What's up, everybody? Stone Cold RKO 512, and this is going to be my lockdown pay-per-view, Rock Lockdown 2011 pay-per-view review. I enjoyed the pay-per-view. It was not a letdown for me. It really wasn't. Sorry, I still have a cough. Oh, yeah, a cough. It wasn't a letdown for me, guys. I really enjoyed it. Well, most of it. Actually, I enjoyed a lot of it. Pretty much the majority of the pay-per-view I really enjoyed. Alright, so we started off with Xscape match. Chris Sabin versus Robbie E versus Jeremy Buck versus Max Buck versus Amazing Red versus Jay Lethal versus Brian Kendrick versus Suicide. Sounds like a clusterfuck, doesn't it? Out first, they had to like tag in. I was really confused about some things, because I don't really remember about Xscape matches. They had a tag in, only two people were in it. Elimination, I think what it was, and then when the final two people that were in the ring, you had to escape. So I think the first person that was actually got out was Suicide, and I was questioning who Suicide was. I know that it wasn't Daniels, I think, because they wouldn't work on fights on the same night. But he did go out early, so it could have been Daniels. Also reminded me a little bit of AJ Styles at one point, but I don't know who it was. Could have been the other guy. I forgot his name that he was Suicide before. He was first out. Then Amazing Red eliminated Jay Lethal. That was pretty cool. Even though I like Jay Lethal and I like Amazing Red, so it was just weird seeing them there and then just like being eliminated that quick in the beginning. But and then you had Brian Kendrick the whole match sitting in the corner meditating. So I was sitting there like, okay, he's definitely gonna be in the final, and I was right with that. He was in the final. Jeremy Buck and Max Buck were fighting each other. Robbie E was in the match, of course, but I felt he was in one, but he got eliminated also. But Jeremy and Max Buck were fighting, rolled up Jeremy, so Max Buck, it came down to Max Buck and Ryan Kendrick. Pretty much those final two. And I knew there's no motive for Brian Kendrick to win, but I guess he's been in the division, X Division title match, or like shot before, so we're like, yeah, alright. What happened was, she's going to leave the cage, and then Max Buck pushed the ref, and he fell awkwardly, and then Max Buck went up, escaped the cage, and won the match. So he is the #1 contender for the X Division titles, which is held by Kazarian. So that should be an interesting match to see later down the line, and we'll actually get to see Max Buck up there, maybe cutting some promos against Kazarian. So I was with that match. I'll have all the ratings of the matches down below in the rating of the actual pay-per-view, because I have to go through the process and think of this. I still have to do some homework, and it's really late. Not really late, but I have to do some sleep for school tomorrow. So let's just go on to the next match. Next, Eric Bischoff came out, some boring fucking promo. I didn't really care about. I have mixed feelings about Eric Bischoff and Hogan and everybody. Like, they come out and they sometimes cut alright promos. This one was just fucking boring. I was just like, I want wrestling. It's a fucking pay-per-view. Save it. It was basically the same thing he's been saying on every Impact. So I was just like, fuck it. It was over with. I was thinking, the Lord. Then we had Inc. versus the British Invasion versus Eric Young and OJ, or Orlando Jordan, versus Crimson and Scott Steiner. And this match was like a four-way tag team match. People could tag in whatever they wanted. British Invasion were doing really good in this match. I actually thought they should have won, which, yes, I'm telling you, they didn't win. Then Crimson and Scott Steiner cut a promo before the match too, and every time Scott Steiner's talked, it's just hilarious for some reason to me. Let's see what happens. Shannon Moore was a heel, tagged himself in with Jesse Neal. I really didn't think Inc. was in this match. I didn't think they were going to win because of that tension and stuff. But they pulled off the victory. And I was surprised by it because I actually thought the British Invasion needed to push, because they just kind of came out there. But Inc. So we get to see Inc. and Beer Money again. But I think it's going to be different now. Oh, no, it's probably going to be the same thing because he was heelish when they did fight. So maybe they'll add a stipulation to it at the next pay-per-view. So who knows? But they won with the Wargasm, I think that's what it's called. And they picked up the victory over, I think it was British Invasion, if I'm not mistaken. Because Eric Young kept trying to escape the cage. That was pretty funny. So they're #1 contenders for the World Tag Team belts. Alright, and then we had a Jeff Hardy versus Sting match, technically. Madison Rayne versus Mickie James for the TNA Knockout Championship, and I was happy about this match. That was so quick too. Mickie James versus Madison Rayne. I hate Madison Rayne. She watches too much. She's actually the reason why Mickie James is injured. She fuck off, and she was a fuck her championship run. Mickie James won in a mere like 5 seconds. Squash match. Madison Rayne probably was high or something. I mean, that's why they gave it a squash match. Didn't even barely even use the cage. Picked up the victory. Hardcore Country for the win. All right. Then we had Samoa Joe versus the Pope, and Samoa Joe just went out there and completely owned the Pope. It was just like he did the muscle buster I think twice. For the first time he had Pope had his foot on the rope. Push comes to shove. I don't know why I said that, but yada yada yada. Another muscle buster, choked him out for the win. Maybe this whole thing will end now. Thank you, please. Hernandez versus Matt Morgan. This was pretty much Hernandez was just owning like the whole match, in my opinion. And then Matt Morgan came back. I knew he was going to come back because it was going to be like a comeback. But I thought Hernandez was going to come back and steal the victory, like steal it some heelish way. Because they've been getting that, but they did get a couple. They've been getting the best Morgan in a feud, so they're going to continue the feud. Sadly, because Matt Morgan won. Whatever that guy's name is, I forget his name. That guy, I'll call him that guy. He had tried to go up the cage. Morgan got distracted. Even though he got distracted, Hernandez tried jumping and he just fucking kicked him and he pinned him and he won. So Matt Morgan won, and the feud's probably going to continue. And then Rosita and Sarita came out. And I was happy because I saw Sarita. And then cut a promo about Mexican America. Now they're better than everybody else. I liked it. And Velvet Sky came out, cleared house, and then they just walked off or stuff like that backstage. So that was a little interesting little segment. I liked that better than the Eric Bischoff. So I was fine with that. Then we had a very good match. I guess it started off a little slow. The pay-per-view started off slow. The first matches were good, but they were nothing great. This is where I think we kicked off a little bit, in my opinion. We had Jeff Jarrett versus Kurt Angle in I think the stipulation is like the Ultimate Man match or something. I don't know what it's called. I don't really care. But you had to get a pin, you had to get a submission, and then a pin. And if they had to go to the next one, is to escape the cage. And what happened was Kurt Angle got the first, which was a quick like a tap out on Jeff Jarrett, and then let's see what else happened. Kurt Angle got pinned by Jeff Jarrett with the roll up with the pulling on the tights. That's probably the only way he could have got the pin anyways. And this is bullshit. I'm saying this match is bullshit, and you probably know why. If you've seen this, if you haven't, keep listening. Alright, there's a couple botches by Kurt Angle, but that wasn't his fault. It's hard to do it. He tried, the thing where he runs up and tries to do the, the toss, or belly to belly. He slipped, but oh well. Accidents happen. Another accident happened where it looked like a botch. Jeff Jarrett tried to powerbomb Kurt Angle or something, and he landed wrong on his neck. And I thought Kurt Angle was just like, I was just like sitting there marking notes, like, oh my god. I was like, that was sick. And even Taz said that was sick. I was worried like his neck was broken again. I was like, no, like the neck surgery he's had. I was like, dude, he's gonna be. Kurt Angle's the man, dude. He could take all that. He could take a lot of punishment. And the point where he could have left the cage. The cage door was open. He could have walked out, came back in, locked it up with the key in his pants near his dick, and continued the match. And a bunch of shit happened after that. Let me read through this. And then, Jeff Jarrett. Actually, this is the first time we saw blood in this whole pay-per-view. Not the whole pay-per-view. I mean, so far into the pay-per-view. Kurt Angle got busted. Jeff Jarrett got busted up by Kurt Angle. Through the cage, by the cage, and we actually got, like I said, blood. Kurt Angle got struck in his head. I'm trying to run through this. Then we got an awesome nether spot, an angle slam from the top rope. Wow, that was pretty sick. A bunch of good stuff. This is a really good match. I actually am in thought right now, what match would be better, this or the Lethal Lockdown? But it was a really good match. Those were good matches. The only thing is the outcome, and this is where the outcome comes in. Kurt Angle's trying to leave. Kurt Angle got kicked out of the match from the beginning. From the beginning she got kicked out. but then she came back and sprayed Kurt Angle in the face, and he clotheslined the ref, and shit, all hell broke loose after that. You know, trying to grab fucking Jeff Jarrett, getting put him in an ankle lock. He grabbed Karen, gave him a fucking guitar, hit Kurt Angle, and fucking Jeff Jarrett's trying to leave again. Kurt Angle tries to grab it, and then fucking Karen Angle throws the fucking door in Kurt Angle's face, and Jeff Jarrett wins 3 times. Jeff Jarrett goes 3 times over Kurt Angle. He put himself over 3 times over Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, you're getting fucked over in TNA. Do you not understand what Jeff Jarrett's doing? Oh yeah, there's all this stuff with Jobber Gunner came out to stop Kurt Angle when he's actually escaping. Oh, and I fucking forgot the part where Kurt Angle did a fucking moonsault and fucking missed it, or maybe hit a little bit, but still to do that was fucking sick. And especially after taking that one hit from getting dropped to the powerbomb on his neck. Oh shit, dude. That was fucking sick. And then Scott Steiner came out and ran off Jobber Gunner. So yeah, that match was sick, but fucking Jeff Jarrett went over, which pisses me off. This video is running fucking long. Alright, let me go to the world title match, which was RVD versus Mr. Anderson versus Sting in a triple threat for the world title. We saw a bunch of good spots here. We saw Sting do the double scorpion or whatever. What does he call it? Oh yeah, kind of like shark thing or something. And then you got Anderson doing a double mic check, which was a fucking awesome spot. And you had RVD do a freaking frog splat on Anderson. Scorpion death drop on RVD. Oh, it was like a scorpion death drop and then Anderson clothesline, so it was like sick. Even more. They had like a bunch of double team moves, so I thought they were kind of overdoing it, but still, it's awesome to see it. And then when they're all down, Hulk Hogan came out, the lead pipe handed to RVD, and RVD's like teasing like he's gonna do it, and everybody's like, oh, this is where the swerve's gonna be, here's the swerve, and throws it, and then Anderson goes and like fucking grabs it and just knocks RVD. He's like, that wasn't for you, it was for me, bitch. And then right after that, from the neck, Scorpion death drop, Sting retains the belt just like I predicted. So what will we see now? Alright, that wasn't the main event, but that was a good match. Oh, and here's where we start a good match. Alright, Lethal Lockdown, good match. Good match. I loved it. I don't know about anybody else, but I loved it. We had Abyss and Kazarian start off in the cage, and then we had Matt Hardy join, of course, you know, upper advantage. At first, actually, Kazarian had the upper hand, you know, he was actually getting the best of them, and then they fucking started dominating. And then Daniels came in, and then we had Flair, and then James, Storms. The next one, he cracked the beer bottle on Ric Flair, and of course, Ric Flair bleeds. Big shocker, big surprise there. And then James Storm comes in and just starts owning, and then Bully Ray comes in and starts owning. So we see a bunch of shit. Immortal takes over, like everybody. Then Robert Roode comes in, and then beer, money, and then all the fucking weapons come down because everybody's in the ring already. And this is where a bunch of stuff starts going on. I'm telling you, like, a bunch of stuff. They spear freaking Abyss outside of the cage, trying to like spear, but he fell out, and then Daniels went out there, and Matt Hardy starts climbing the cage, and almost falls off, actually. When he was trying to get up there, it looked like he was like half his body was out, and he started to get up, but and then him and Daniels are fighting up there, and then fucking I thought like, dude, he's better not flip Daniels, he's gonna fall off. Flipped him, he almost fell off. That was crazy, and then there's a point where he did the twist of hate on Daniels. They made a sick spot where Daniels dived off the fucking cage on Matt Hardy and Abyss. That was fucking sick. I don't know about everybody else, but that was awesome. To me, it was awesome. It was amazing. It was like, fallen angel. I just started saying that, dude. There's a bunch of spots in this I'm just like fucking marking out for. Immortal starts owning with the kendo sticks. Bully Ray and Ric Flair running around with kendo sticks. That was pretty funny. And then Bully Ray is like fucking owning Christopher Daniels, hit him with like a bunch of shit, and it started bleeding. And then he started like rubbing him and wiping all over his face. I was like, you sick fuck. I just started chanting. And then AJ popped out, and I was like, fuck yeah. I knew AJ was going to show up this pay-per-view. He would not miss this. Came down, fucking destroyed Bully Ray. And then Robert Roode put the, what was it? He put the arm, kind of like an arm thing, on Ric Flair, and Ric Flair tapped out, and they won. Fortune won, baby. Woo! Fortune 4. So, yeah, this pay-per-view was great. I enjoyed it. Pretty much all the fucking shit I enjoyed. I really wasn't upset with anything except for the Eric Bischoff segment, whatever you want to call it, promo, coming out talking. That was the most boring part. Probably top matches were the Lethal Lockdown and Kurt Angle match. Kurt Angle should have went over. That was bullshit. At least the Lethal Lockdown, Fortune went over. I thought Fortune should have went over. And they went over. And my draft thingy, I am 80 points. So that's cool. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm doing there, but good pay-per-view. What do I want to give it? I don't know. I'll probably put it down in the box. So also tell me what you thought about this pay-per-view. Did you watch it? Are you gonna watch it? I would recommend you actually watching it. It was a really good pay-per-view. Some people might disagree, but that's your opinion. My opinion. I respect yours. Please respect mine. And yeah, so tell me what you guys thought. Drop a comment. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Subscribe. Peace.